Hi there, it's me, Dr. Beverly Wixon, and this is Money Mindset Magic for female entrepreneurs and other cool people. And I just gotta say, way to go, Kansas City! I am a Kansas City fan, and I was pulling hard for him. Gotta love Patrick Mahomes; he makes it look so easy. By the way, if you're watching the replay, please give me a hashtag replay so that I can come back and talk to you about it. And if you watch the game tonight, tell me how you like it, because this is Super Bowl Sunday, which is why I'm coming on here so late, because I had to make sure that I helped Patrick win, because oh, we have so much to do with it, right? We all feel like we do. So anyway, and I want you to think, if you watch that game, it was like two different games, first half and second half. The first half, Kansas City was not real excited on the sidelines. Second half, they were like jumping up and down and yelling and screaming for each other and going crazy. First half, they didn't play that great. With a lot of excitement and enthusiasm. They kind of played kind of lacklusterly. But then the second half, they came out and played like a whole new team. So that's something about for the year, being, okay, I'm going to attract money and I'm going to save this much over the course of the year. Then you're looking at it right now as you have 10 and a half months left. Okay. And the thing is with that, it's kind of like playing a 60-minute football game. A lot of times it's like, okay, we have to score this much in the game. Now, when you get to the second half, it's like, okay, we're 10 points behind, behind the other team. So we have to score those 10 plus more now in 30 minutes. It's by putting those kind of deadlines on ourselves that so often we put pressure on ourselves. But if you make it good pressure, it's okay. Don't make it massive pressure. And the thing is with saying the year, that's 10 and a half months out. You're not really going to get excited about it until about October or November, the last quarter, when you start going, oh, wait, I was going to save $10,000 this year and I haven't saved any. Oops. And then your brain goes, well, if I haven't saved any in the first 3/4 of the year in 9 or 10 months, I'm not going to save that. So I may as well just change it or give up. Okay. So instead of that, break it down by quarters. Do it quarterly. How much, or even monthly, how much money do you want to save this month? Today's the 12th. This is a short month. You have 16 days left in this month. The other thing you could even do is do it weekly or do it by paycheck, whether you get paid every 2 weeks, or if you get paid on the 15th and the last day of the month, or if you get paid on the last day of the month, or however you may get paid. Maybe you get paid weekly. Think about how much money you're saving each paycheck. And if you have not been saving anything, then I encourage you and I invite you to save 1%. 1%. So if you bring home $400 in a paycheck, that's $40. And if you think that's too much, go to 0.5%. It's $20. You can start saving with $1. But the other thing is that when you start tracking your money, you start tracking what your income is, what you're bringing in, you tend to attract more. See? Track it to attract it. And here's the thing. Money's coming to you every single day. Every single day, money is flowing to you. And you're doing one of two things. You're either saying, welcome, money, and it's sticking to you like glue, like that confetti was sticking to players, or you're going, wait, nope, not really. That's not the way I want the money. Nope, that's not the way I want it. Nope, stop. Because that's what we so often do. We think we need to have money a certain way. Money needs to come to us in a certain form, from a certain direction. That's why people are always like, I need a pay raise. My company needs to pay me more money. And I used to be that way. Totally I'm right there with you. I was there. I mean, I was union rep in my school, and I felt the same way. The union needed to fight harder for me, and the school board needed to pay me more. I thought that way until I quit thinking that way. And once I quit thinking that way, and I started looking at money in a completely different light, that's when things started to change. And if you'd like my cha-ching sheet, just put in the comments tracker and I'll send it to you. I'll send it directly to you. No signing up for anything, okay? I will send it directly to you. You just put it in the comments, tracker, and I'll send it to you. Now, because the thing is, money can come to you in so many different formats. It can come to you in a paycheck. It can come to you in a commission check. It can come to you by somebody buying you dinner. It can come to you as discounts at the local grocery store or drugstore or wherever you might have, rewards cards. It can come to you in gift cards. It can come to you from Rakuten by getting those discounts. It can come to you by using the Target Red card. You get 5% off every purchase if you use that. But if you use that, don't forget to pay it off at the end of every month. You're saving money then. When you pay it off every month, it's like money just came to you because you saved all that interest. When you go to the doctor, if you have health insurance, check and see how much are they paying. That's money that just came to you. And here's the key. Also, say those two magic words. Every time any of that stuff happens, you say those two magic words. Thank you. And if you use the cha-ching sheet, which is just, it's a nice little tracker, you can track it. And if you're not sure of how to track, then that will help you. And then once you get used to it, you might find a simpler way to do it for you. Sometimes I use the tracker. Sometimes I just use my phone. It does vary for me because of the fact I've been doing this now. I've been tracking for 10 years now, almost. It'll be 10 years later on this month that I started tracking my income and tracking all those different forms of money that come to me. Because when you start to see those things, somebody buying you dinner or sending you a drink or getting a free donut when you're at the car dealership or a free cup of coffee when you're at work, or you're staying in somebody else's house sitting for them, or pet sitting for them, and they leave food for you. That's bonus. That's extra. Count that money. They might be paying you to house sit for them or to pet sit for them, but they're also probably leaving you food. That's extra money. That's all money coming in. I don't care if you go to your mom's or your daughter's or your brother or sister's house and they hand you a Coke. Cha-ching. Or they fix dinner and invite you over. Cha-ching. Your son grills out and invites you to come over. Cha-ching. Your next door neighbor fixes dinner and comes over and says, I fixed way too much lasagna. Would you like some? Cha-ching. Even though I'm gluten-free, if my neighbor brought me lasagna, I would accept it, one, and cha-ching, write it down. Then I'd probably take it to somebody else that I know is not gluten-free. Unless I knew it was gluten-free noodles. Otherwise, then I would take it to somebody else. Because if they're offering it to me, then it probably means they made too much and they just don't know who else to take it to, and they're just probably going to trash it, and I hate to see that happen. So accept it. Take it on, say thank you, write it on the cha-ching sheet, put in the comments, tracker, and I will happily send that to you. So there you go. And look to see and think to yourself, how much can I track this week? How much money can I bring in this week? Make it a game. Especially after you could do it at the very beginning, or you can track it for a couple of weeks and then start to see how much you're bringing in, and then make the next week a challenge. How much can you bring in? You can walk around every single day. I have a client who tells me that every day, that's one of the things she does is, how much money can I attract today? Or how much money can I find today? Make it a game. Just like football, make it a game. And whatever has happened in the past 6 weeks of this year does not mean that's what has to happen in the next 10 and a half months of the year. What's happened in the first 12 days of this month does not mean that's what has to happen in the next 16 days of this month. Whatever happened last week does not mean that's what has to happen this next week. But it's up to you. If you decide, oh, that's just the way it is. That's just, it is what it is, then it will be. Then it will continue to be that. But if you decide, let me change this. I know I can do this. I'm not real sure how, but I know I can. Or at least I'm going to give it the good old college try. I'm going to do my best every day. Or maybe you simply get up and say, I'm going to do my best today to find extra money. You may need to do it every day. You may need to remind yourself every couple of hours. You got to give yourself that little boost. So keep that affirmation with you, and every day this week, I invite you to look in the mirror and say it with me. I am a money magnet. I just scared my cat. I am a money magnet. Say it every morning. I do that every week when I put out a new one. That's the one I focus on for that week. I say other affirmations too, but that one I really look in the mirror and say, I am a money magnet. Say it, try it, and put tracker in the comments, and I'll send you that cha-ching tracker so you can write it down at least for the rest of this month. Give it a shot. If you haven't used it, really should try it. And if you have used it, please, somebody comment and tell other people how great it is, how it helped you. Other thing I would love for you to do, if we have not chatted, then please schedule a chat. Let's talk. And if I haven't talked to you in over a year, because I know there's some people in here that I talked to when you first came in a couple of years ago, if I haven't talked to you in over a year, schedule a chat. Let's talk for 20 minutes and see how I can help you, because that's what I'm here for, is to help you. I mean, it's the teacher in me that I want to share. These are all things I've learned, things that I learned from other people, things I learned from myself, that I created myself. Because I'm a great believer in not reinventing the wheel. Take things, you tweak them, and I want you to tweak them too. If you get something and it's like, tweak it, feel free. That's what we're here for. Because none of this stuff is rocket science. Trust me, I don't do rocket science. I was an English teacher. I do simple, I do practical. I also do a little bit of magical pixie dust in there. I always put pixie dust on everything that I send to you, so it's good. So that way, it's a little bit magical. Just a little bit. Okay? So I hope you catch the replay on this. And if you do, give me hashtag replay. If you want the tracker, give me a tracker. And I'm going to put the link in here to schedule a chat. I'm just still so excited that Patrick Mahomes won the MVP and won the Super Bowl. He's the first NFL MVP to win the Super Bowl the same year he got National Football League MVP since 1999 with Kurt Warner, who was it St. Louis at the time? It was the Rams anyway. I'm not sure if they were in St. Louis or Arizona at the time. I think they were still in St. Louis at that time. And I would love Kurt Warner too. So awesome. I'm so happy. I'm so excited still. So anyway, let's schedule chat. Let's talk, see how I can help you. And I will talk to you later. Have a fantastic week, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.